and I fuck with the fake, no. These niggas talk to the Jake Shaw. I be out tasting the cake, y'all. That bitch, she got what it takes, all. Man, I drink all of my lonely cuz. These niggas act like a homie, but my niggas never been phony, dog. So my family, it ain't only blood. That's real, that's real, that's real, that's real.
Okay. We back at it again on this YouTube shit, man. Today we're going to be watching Jubilee. We're a throuple with a baby. Ask us anything. A throuple of men with a baby. Ask us anything. Oh, shit.
If one of you would want to break up with another person in the party, but not the third.
She's starting drama.
I'm just curious.
Get a lawyer.
Oh, no.
If you were alone in a room with a throuple who are co-dads, what would you ask?
Do y'all sleep in the same bed?
What is the hardest part
I would
being
ask,
in a
is that
throuple?
legal?
Do you ever vent to one partner about the other? What are you guys' names?
I'm Mitch.
I'm Ben.
And Benjamin.
Being in a throuple, is
Mitch,
that something
Ben, and
that
Benjamin. We got
happened to
two
you guys
Bens on the
spontaneously, or?
We met at a gay cruise. There was 5,000 gay men. Mitch and I had been talking about wanting to be in a throuple for a very long time. In my mind, I never thought it was going to happen. I was very skeptical. So when I met Benjamin, I remember having a very insightful conversation, and all the right questions were being asked. That experience to me was just reassuring that this actually was going to possibly work.
Are you all married?
For Benjamin the third that joined last, me and Mitch are both legally married. I never really believed in marriage, so it didn't matter to me like who got married to who, because I feel like marriage is just a label and it's a legal protection.
Do y'all sleep in the same bed?
Yes. We have an Alaskan king bed, which is the size of like almost 2 king beds put together.
How sick.
Yeah.
What is your favorite sexual position that involves all three of you?
We don't have sex.
Depends on which,
We don't have sex.
depends on which mood we're in.
Is there like 2 bottoms?
1 top and 2 verse.
Okay.
Do all 3 of y'all have to be present during sexy times?
In the beginning, yes.
Yeah.
But as our schedules evolved, it was like, all right, if we're gonna get some, we gotta just take what we can get at this point.
What the fuck is so funny?
Who's better? No?
We all have our
What is so
off days.
funny?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speak up.
Some of us overthink things.
In terms of like cheating, like what boundaries do you all set for each other and for your other partners as well?
We are closed triad, so we would be, I guess, trinogamous.
Yes. I think we have
Trinogamous.
rules in place that would also kind of prevent that from happening. You know, don't go on dates with other people, don't have Grindr. You're not going to put yourself in the situation.
This one's a little spicy. How would the throuple work if one of you would want to break up with another person in the party, but not the third? I know.
She's starting drama.
I'm just curious.
Get a lawyer.
Oh, no.
We would.
Like, Ben and I have been dating 17 years, and almost 4 of those years have been with Benjamin. And we kind of had an agreement that if something went wrong in the throuple relationship and the third like didn't want to be there anymore, that we would still stay together. But now that it's evolved into this, I don't know, if one of us wanted out, I think we would all leave because we kind of hold each other up.
Do you ever vent to one partner about the other? Or is there a rule that y'all have that restricts that?
No, we definitely
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
It's like that scene from Mean Girls where everybody's talking to each other on the phone. It's kind of like that.
But we
We're
have
not asking
cameras in
no
the house,
questions
so-
about the baby. We're a throuple with a baby. Ask us anything. Nobody has asked anything about the baby and how this baby is being raised and who's the mom and who fucking is the dad and who is the uncle. Like, what? How does a throuple work when you're raising a kid? What do they call it? Do they call all 3 of you dad? Like, come on.
If I'm gone, yeah, I know how to listen.
Is there ever any moments where one feels left out?
There was jealousy in the beginning between those two. Just saying.
I feel like it was more of the feeling of being left out. Like every time I was at work, I was like, what are they doing? Why is he washing the sheets again?
Why are you washing the sheets? Yeah, that's weird.
In the chance that, you know, there's an argument or some kind of like, you know, issue, is one of y'all like the preferred mediator? Is like one of you guys the counselor of the group? Like, how does that work?
So we all exchange roles.
I will go to Mitch for different reasons that I go to Benjamin for. So if I need help with, like, I don't know, advice with work or finances or the business, I would go straight to Mitch. And if I need help with technical things or my computer's crashing,
Thanks. If it's a serious issue, I think we always come together and discuss it.
There have been moments where I go to one to tell them not to tell the other, and they of course go to the other, and then it turns into a huge argument that didn't have to be.
it's a triad argument.
So I think I've learned my lesson.
I'm just starting to be in a throuple myself.
Oh, nice. Woo.
And last night, actually, they two of them got into a fight, and I literally was standing in the hallway going, "What do I do? Who
You
do
jump
I
in, girl.
Well, I'm like, who do I go talk to?"
Whatever they're arguing about, you definitely need to make sure that you don't take a side without knowing the full story.
I will just add to that when Benjamin
You gotta
first
be
came in,
objective. You be objective and you ask each person what happened, and then you put both of those together and you make the truth. Like, if it's hard to explain, but it's easy to mediate between two people because all you need to do is be objective. You don't take a side or who you like the best and shit like that. You just be objective. You get the full story, get the full scope of the story, and then you make your decision based on that. And they should respect you because you weren't in the argument to begin with. Or if they don't respect you because you weren't in the argument to begin with, like, then you know whichever one doesn't respect you about that, then you know who not to trust and shit like that. It's not difficult to mediate between two people.
and of course, Mitch and I would have a lot of arguments. And it was actually very interesting because he helped us figure out a resolution faster than we would have done it just by ourselves.
What is the hardest part being in a throuple?
They can both tell me no, and then I'm wrong.
That's the easiest part of our relationship when it's like, oh, two people say you're wrong, done.
Yeah, it's like
Argument
2v1.
ended.
Anybody else?
I would say juggling expectations at first. Normally, you just have to worry about like, oh, what does my partner expect from me? Doing it for two people, you're just tracking two sets of expectations.
If you have a child, do you worry it'll be hard for all you three to bond with the baby?
So we have a child.
Oh,
Surprise.
She's almost 6 months old.
And it's
And we
a
have
girl.
2 more coming through surrogacy. And I must say that so far, the baby like reacts equally to all of us. So we're actually in the process of all 3 of us being added to the birth certificate of Tegan, which is our daughter. And we would be the second throuple in the United States to be recognized as legal parents of one child.
Yes.
Any of y'all have like a concern about your child not having a quote like traditional
What's the point
mother?
of putting 3 people on the birth certificate when you have a surrogate, which is the person who carried the child? They should be on it, and then whoever donated the sperm should be on it, and that's it. What's the point of having 3 people? What's the point of wanting to put your name on the birth certificate when you didn't contribute to the child? All you doing is just being there for it. That's it. Man, this shit is so. I'm sorry, like some of the things you want to do as a gay dude. Some of these gay dudes be wanting to do just the weirdest shit, and it's not. It's bad enough you want to suck mushroom tips, but then you want to like force your way of thinking on other people. Like, you want to be recognized as a parent to this child. Well, that's between you and the child. It doesn't have anything to do with the fucking birth certificate, man. I'm sorry.
We started the journey for adoption. It was a long time ago. We started with an agency, then we moved to a private adoption with an attorney and our own website. And the first thing that our team said to us was like, the adoptive mom is just going to be so excited about 3 dads. And it did. We got so much hits on our website and so many matches. We never saw any pushback.
Yeah, because this is a spectacle. You got hits on your website because this is a spectacle, and you play into that with a website about, oh, we're a throuple. You're on YouTube. We're a throuple with a baby. Ask us anything. It's a spectacle. It's not like you. Prayers up for that kid and these other 2 kids that they said they're going to adopt and shit like that, man. Because it's bad enough. Kids already have a hard time with these parents in these times because, well, I had a hard time growing up, and my parents were straight. So just imagine how hard it's going to be for a kid to go to school and see 3 dads in the car, and man,
friends, like really close friends that would play a motherly figure if we needed to. You know, we talked about like when she goes through puberty, like what are we gonna do? Like, you know, I freaked out when I first had to change her diaper.
Right. She's gonna have to go through puberty, and she's gonna have a period, and she's gonna have to explain to 3 men that, oh, I'm on my period. She's gonna feel alone as shit, and she's gonna have a hard time, man. Prayers up.
I was just like interested to hear, especially in this society where things are still way too labeled like that and boxed up like that, if that has been maybe like a hurdle y'all have had to go through.
Yeah, I would just maybe use an experience. So when we first came out as gay, Mitch and I as gay, we used to get the question a lot, like, also who's the woman in the relationship? You know, who's the man in the relationship? And that, you know, at first you kind of had to understand where the question was coming from.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way we're going to educate someone. But from us, we don't look at it as like you're the mother, you're the father, and I'm the nanny. Like none of that. Like it's the
You're
world.
the nanny.
Mexican nanny.
What would you give as advice for someone who's possibly looking to polyamory or just also joining a throuple?
I think you just have to be open. There's so many different ways to love than just being in a relationship, and it's very similar. It's just we've been told by society for so long that only 2 people should be together.
A lot of people go in with a set of rules.
What society has said that? I mean, marriage is usually between 2 people, but who is pushing like only 2 people should be in a relationship? I don't. Maybe conservatives, but like liberal people and Democrats, I don't. They have no problem with thruples and shit like and polyamory. It's like you want to be a fucking victim. You're playing a victim, and because of that, now you think that the tolerance is up, and you just want to push these unchecked fucking ideologies on people, like putting your name on a birth certificate, putting all 3 names on a birth certificate, which means nothing.
They don't align or they don't work out the way you think they did. They just kind of run away from it. That's an opportunity for you to sit down and really have a conversation about why it didn't work. How can we tweak them so that it actually works the next time?
Those rules are going to adjust. They're going to change based on like what your living situation is.
I mean, cost of living is so high. It helps.
Facts.
Can I give y'all a hug?
Yes.
Yeah. So you want to meet?
Yeah, I'd love to meet y'all.
Hello. Hi.
Look at the matching shirt.
That's right.
You guys are matching.
That was okay. I want to be progressive.
Outfit.
Fucking accept some of these things
Oh, thank you.
because I don't. As a black man, I understand how your lifestyle, how certain lifestyles can be looked down upon by the general public, and I understand that, you know, these politics, they aren't always progressive, and sometimes they're very conservative. And and they can be oppressive. As a black man, I understand oppression. So I want to be accepting, like in my personal life, of I want to be not accepting but tolerant. Yeah, accepting and tolerant of these things, of these people who live these lifestyles. But sometimes you take it too far, and it's easy to take it too far. It's easy to be so wrapped up in trying to be accepted that you end up getting you end up getting some of your negative views accepted. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say, man. But that's it for that. We're a throuple with the baby. Ask us anything. They only asked him like 2 questions about the baby. I'm very concerned about that child, man, and the rest of them. The adults can do what they want to do. Fuck it. But the child is gonna have a rough time. But I'll see y'all later, man. Prayers up. Peace out.